No.
A Weemboy, a Weemboy, a Weemboy,
My
a
hands are still
Weemboy.
like sticky from my apple juice.
Okay, well, that's a great way to start. Hey, everybody, welcome to the third podcast. We got Ben Jam in here today. Check this out. It's my emblem. What'd you say, Ben? Emblem?
Pendant.
Pendant. There we go. It's the cross.
You said pendulum
I
before.
also got the prayer hands. You can kind of see it. My camera's not the greatest here. Anyways, we got a lot of stuff to talk about during today's podcast. We're gonna start with some BuzzFeed quizzes. We got TikTok ban and discussing that potential thing happening. Trump inauguration, of course, coming up today, right now, as this video is being released, and his meme coin and that explosion that randomly happened. Brain rot, and learning a little bit more about the language behind all these new terms that the little kids be saying. The Gen Alphas. Now we're in Gen Beta, 2025. Back to school skills. And then, of course, it's MLK Day, so we got some MLK fun facts for you. But first, to start us off, we got BuzzFeed. Let me share my screen for you, Ben, so you can see it as well. I'm screen recording a screen recording. That's genius. Okay. I don't know which quiz we're going to do yet. Do you see anything that looks interesting? Which animal matches your personality? Build a burger to find out. I like how it's so random they are.
That's just crazy, though. Wait, hold on.
13 basic U.S. history questions you should really, really be able to get if you live here. We should probably do that.
That average adult. Wait, that one also, average adult can reach 15 questions. No, do that one first, though.
Oh, no, I lost it.
Just hit the back button on the browser. There you go. No, the back button, dude.
Okay.
There you go.
13 basic U.S. history questions. You should really...
So how are we doing? We're working together?
Yeah. Let's see if we collectively know. Okay, this one's easy.
My boy, G-Dub.
Mm-hmm. All right, George Washington. Okay. Where was the Declaration of Independence signed? I know this one.
West Philadelphia.
Yeah. But not, I mean, maybe West. Honestly, don't know. But in Philly. What city serves as the first capital of the U.S.? This one, I don't know for sure.
Is it NYC?
That's what I thought, but I honestly think it's Jamestown. Oh, you were right. That makes sense.
Yeah, it really does.
I don't know why.
Why would the immigration port be there?
I don't know.
If that wasn't the capital?
That makes sense. I don't know why I thought it was Jamestown, Virginia. Something else. Something else.
Well, if it was Jamestown, this would have been D.C.
Yeah, it probably would have just been D.C. Some other interesting stuff happened in Jamestown before the Declaration of Independence and the Revolutionary War. So I guess that makes sense. New York City. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at it more. Who made the famous midnight ride from Charleston to Lexington? I'm pretty sure it's Paul Revere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who was... Okay. What'd you say? Who was the...
I said this light work, but I retract my statement after reading this question.
Michael Jordan. Hey, MLK Jr., it's MLK Day today, too, so that's cool. Ben, your Wi-Fi is going bonkers right now, by the way.
As in, it's super clean? Is that a no?
Where was the Statue of Liberty constructed?
France?
Yep.
France?
Whose portrait is featured on the $5 bill?
You
sure about that?
It's Lincoln or Jefferson.
Let me look at a $5 bill. I haven't seen one in a while.
No, I'm pretty sure it's no, it's Jeff. It's Jeff. It's got to be Jeff. But why don't you give me a sec? Because I do have a $5 right here. Oh, and I was wrong. It's Lincoln. Jeez.
I wanted to give you a second on that one.
Know, guys, I only carry around Benjis.
Yeah. I think that's all I have too.
I had a feeling. I thought I knew Jeff was on the 10.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving.
What was the last state to join the United States?
Wee.
True that, because Alaska's the 49th. I always will never forget that. What was the first American state? Oh, I know this one.
I want to say Virginia.
Delaware.
Oh,
Yep. Virginia
dang.
makes sense. I would guess that.
I mean, but isn't the rock? What's that rock called that they landed on? That's in Massachusetts. Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock, yeah.
Yeah, so like, okay, sure. Yeah,
Delaware.
Delaware.
I only remember that because I see the license plate sometime. Also, these ads are just playing. Okay.
Yeah.
What was with the passage of the 19th Amendment? What year were women granted the right to vote?
I mean, I didn't know that like that was a real thing, but
1920. That's crazy. You said that.
for legal reasons, that was a joke.
Yeah.
I love women.
1920. You love women? I love all kinds of women.
I do. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the name of the first American colony?
Jamestown. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's what I mixed it up with. First American colony, not capital. I knew it was
I'm
going to come
not a
back.
fan of the answers like not being completely.
I know it's probably because of how
You gotta widen your screen, buddy boy.
it didn't do anything.
There you go. Okay, whatever. It's all right. It's all right,
We get to see this Nissan ad though, at least.
dude. Well, we should talk about cars later because I am looking at cars for when I graduate.
Fair. Okay. Who made the first powered flight in 1903? Neil Armstrong.
White brothers.
What?
White brothers.
The White
The
Brothers?
White brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
What date is the Independence Day recognized? June 17th. Wait, why can't I click it?
Why aren't you clicking June 17th, John?
Wait, it's not letting me click it.
Oh, your page froze.
Oh.
John's always got that co-pilot loaded up. If you didn't
You
know,
never know in case I need to fill. I didn't use it though, and the video's unedited. We didn't know we were gonna take that quiz. So we're honest with our knowledge here. Okay, well it broke, but we basically got all but one. You missed. I missed one. I don't remember how many you missed. You missed like 3 or 4.
and then I missed one.
Wow.
What? 3 or 4? Oh, snap. Academy Internet really messing up here.
Okay, let's go back through this. We put Philly. This was New York. Paul. Martin Luther King. France. Abe. Honest Abe. Hawaii. Delaware. 1920. Jamestown. The Wright brothers. And of course, July 4th. You scored better than 100% of all other quiz takers. Wow.
Well,
I guess we got a 12 out of 13. Realistically, we retook it. Anyways, that was cool. Thank you to Schoolhouse Rock for suffering until suffrage, because I learned about the 19th Amendment from that. That's funny. Okay, well that was a good quiz. Anyways, we're back. Benjamin,
yes, sir.
we have some things to discuss today. We have some things. Up next on the list is something I honestly don't know a whole lot about. Well, I know a lot of bad things about TikTok specifically, but one thing that I will preface with is I know for some time both of us had TikTok. I know we made a TikTok.
We did, and it was beautiful. What was it? What was that song? It was the boogie.
The 21st night of September. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Do you
Do
remember?
you remember? Yeah.
Inside of September.
Let's groove tonight. Yeah.
It was great, but what's happening with TikTok now, John? Enlighten us.
Me? Do you know anything about it? I gotta ask
I have
Microsoft
Google
Copilot.
TikTok on my phone.
Hashtag Microsoft Copilot. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag AI. Just kidding. Okay, so basically, here's what I know. Here's my knowledge right now. My pea brain knowledge. Okay. Just kidding. Hopefully, it's a little bit more than that. Basically, TikTok is facing threats to be shut down because unless they decide to sell TikTok over basically to an American company or entity. Currently, it's owned and run by China, so the American operating front of it is still run by China. And there's obviously a lot of security concerns to that. I mean, it's been going around a good bit in the military too. You have a lot of initiatives. I mean, it's banned on government computers. It's been banned for a while. I remember freshman year here, my teacher was telling us about not having TikTok for really clear reasons. And it's, I mean, they have obviously there's Instagram, Facebook. There's the inherent issue of social media just not being the best thing for your brain. There's studies that show it can harm your critical thinking and things like that. And that quick feeling of dopamine that we all know and love from Instagram Reels or from TikTok. What are they called on TikToks? Just TikToks?
TikToks. I mean, that's what started. Because after that, Facebook and Instagram, they got Reels. You had other platforms getting Reels that didn't need Reels, like Snapchat for some reason.
Right.
And I mean, it all comes from like that TikTok stuff, which
right.
I guess. I mean, in my opinion, just get rid of TikTok. Bring back Vine.
Bring back Vine, true. The Paul brothers, I think, got famous off of that a while back. But yeah, TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, they have to sell the app or face a ban. It's due yesterday. So as of this conversation, Trump is saying that he wants to try to delay that cancellation. He's trying to save TikTok. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll see if they sell it. There's potential buyers. I know Mr. Beast on X and on other social media platforms was advocating that he would try to buy it or get billionaires together to try and buy it.
Elon Musk advocated for buying it.
Elon Musk, right?
Did you hear about?
I didn't hear it in depth, but I don't not believe that. So Trump will probably try to push this delay. He'll try to push this deadline probably by 90 days and try to find a solution to this, because obviously a lot of people make their livelihoods off of TikTok. That's a really important thing. I do believe that, I mean, if it's bought by an American company, and I mean, real talk, there are some serious security concerns with China having that much access to our data and some of the other crazy things that they're able to do with TikTok. Just based off having all that access, they can go way beyond some of the things that a lot of people who might be watching this may anticipate, that I don't really know if I should go through. But in the basic idea, it's really scary how much access China has to you and other people's data just by having access to certain things on your phone. I'm not saying American companies don't do something similar, but I'd be a lot more concerned with China having that data. So that's my take on it. Do you think it should be banned, Ben?
I mean, personally, I do. I think that there's obviously the national security risk seems large. I know I'm not in the know as much as John is on that, but they have a lot. They have your name, your birthday, your email, where you live. Especially if you've ever bought anything off TikTok Shop, they have your credit card and where you live. That's huge, right? So, I mean, these are things that are really, really hard to quantify, like what that means for national security. But at the end of the day, it's significant.
I don't use it a whole lot. I've actually been using X a lot more. I actually like X a good bit, but Instagram has a lot of reels. Karina sends me a lot of reels, that's for sure. So
yeah, I send you a lot of reels too, John. I don't know if you watch.
I tried. I'm behind. First off, I think I have like 100 reels I'm behind on with Karina, and then I'm maybe like 10 behind on yours. I do watch them though. I do watch them. I haven't watched yours since Sunday though. Since last Sunday.
This is John and I's chat. As you can see, there's a little discrepancy on who sends more.
I try to stay off of Instagram as pretty frequently, but it's a whole lot. You can tell it's a whole lot of Ben. But hey, they're a lot of fun. So switch over to Instagram Reels. All those business people are gonna try to go to from TikTok to Instagram, make that money probably. But we'll see.
Maybe. I mean, all of my friends are switching to LinkedIn Reels. Just
LinkedIn
kidding.
Reels.
But I'd be here to see it. LinkedIn, if you want to put some reels up, I'll manage them for you.
Microsoft owns LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
Nice. Well, hey, we'll see what happens. I think ultimately, in the current state, you shouldn't use TikTok, and we'll just leave it at that. Up next, okay, today, as this video is being released, we're recording it 2 days prior, but today is Trump's inauguration. It was obviously moved indoors as of today. It probably won't change. Ronald Reagan's second inauguration was also indoors, so this isn't a new thing or anything like that. But we have a new administration coming in. Let's see. Ben, what is one thing that you are looking forward to and one thing that you are a little bit concerned about?
Yeah, so I think overall with this administration, I guess I'm looking forward to hopefully some uh more stuff that everybody agrees on getting passed pretty quickly because we have um both the House and the Senate and the presidency a little bit more unified. I think there's going to be some more moderate people who try to exercise their power in those houses, but I'm oh, I think I froze.
Yeah,
But
you froze.
yeah, just cooperation between the branches of government, kind of pushing stuff through that everybody agrees on. I'm super excited for. And then what I'm concerned about, I don't know, probably, um, public disagreement with some stuff that gets passed, as I'm sure some interesting bills will get floated this term. I'm not super excited about hearing everybody complain about them. Just because we elect our lawmakers, it's not too productive to just complain about legislation that gets passed. So, um, yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few interesting pieces of legislation that we'll see, and I guess it's only that determination as I see what comes out. What about you?
Well, I think one is pretty, an obvious thing that I am looking forward to. Here's the space. Ben made this for me. It's Space Force color patch here with the JohnUltimate on it. But one thing that obviously Trump's a big proponent of is the space program and the Space Force. Obviously, signing it into fruition, into reality. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing probably a lot more done in the space world. Not that we haven't been, but I think we'll do a lot more. NASA will work, obviously Elon Musk is in there. You'll see SpaceX involved more. Same day, a couple days ago, you saw Blue Origin do some launches, and you saw SpaceX do a launch where they Mechzilla and retrieving spacecraft. Obviously, they did lose a spacecraft, and there was explode. It looked really pretty in the sky, but they're making progress. They're doing things that haven't been done before, and I think those will continually be done, hopefully at a faster pace. And then obviously, on the just space general side, I'm looking forward to some of the more space-minded nominees. I think we should have a really big space focus, and I think Secretary of the Air Force Frank Kendall believes that as well, who's likely going to be replaced by, I forgot his name, but I believe he's Deputy Director of the NRO right now, and then the Undersecretary will be the retired Lieutenant Colonel from the Space Force, who was previously an F-15C pilot, who is a little bit controversial and was fired due to going on a conservative podcast talking about some of his disgust towards some of the Marxist movements that he in his opinion explained that the military was doing, and his disgruntledness towards it. And obviously he was removed from command by General Steve Whiting, who's the current U.S. Space Comm commander, and I met him a couple times, the 4-star, not the lieutenant colonel. But so it'll be interesting to kind of see how they'll shape the Department of the Air Force. Kind of that's the one I focus on a lot. So I'm looking forward to a lot of space mindedness in those initiatives. I know it's about time. The 2017 tax cuts that were enacted I think those will something similar will probably stick around. I know a lot of people, businesses, investors will benefit greatly from that. So a lot of economic policies I think we'll find a lot of benefit from, and national security in general. So all the big tech stuff. Cons, I think you said it really well. I mean, it's going to be a lot of controversy. I think there's going to be a lot of confusion and frustration towards certain social policies that may not be interpreted the best by the American public. So a great example is probably a lot of cutting of DEI initiatives, and that can be looked at very negatively. So concern is definitely having people not looking into the why behind a lot of changes. So hopefully when people have that why and they can understand it, then obviously disagree with it, you can do that. But hopefully people are willing to look deeper into policy throughout the next 4 years. But we'll see. Ben, the meme coin, though, I think that's the most important thing we need to talk about. The meme coin. Do you know a little bit about it, or have you looked at it at all?
I've heard about it briefly.
You got any detail you want to talk about?
Yeah, I have some thoughts. Do you want to overview it first?
Yeah, I can give it an overview. Basically, it made headlines. It launched, it rised like crazy, okay? Trump launched it. It quickly crossed $10 billion market cap. It's probably now like 17, 20 billion. I don't know. It was a couple hours and it reached the billions.
It's at 32 now.
32. It's probably, we'll see. It's crazy because 48 hours from this, when this is uploaded, who knows what it's going to be at. But gosh, it's gaining attention. It is an interesting development in the cryptocurrency world, to say the least. This is an interesting move by Trump too. So, Ben, what do you think? Is this a concern? Is this a great thing for the crypto world?
I think it's another coin, and it's definitely reinforcing how popular these coins are getting and that anybody can have them. We had I don't know what's her name, Hawk to a girl to a coin, right?
Yeah, I believe is her name. I don't know.
I met that actually on the last podcast. Maybe, right? A little bit.
I think we talked about it briefly. Yeah, we talked about it briefly.
Yeah, and I think that, what you saw there very well might be what's happening here with a little bit of front running issues, saying, throwing something out there, hyping it up. He probably owns a bunch, right? And then it's hard to know, especially with cryptocurrency, who owns what. And so because it's centralized, it has a little more control, but it's a little confusing because there's not really a direct aim at launching this cryptocurrency unless it's just for Trump to make a bunch of money, right? So perhaps that's what he's doing, which would implicate front running. And because it's a centralized cryptocurrency, unlike Bitcoin, it is regulated by the SEC. So he could just dump all of his Bitcoin after it soared, make a ton more money, and nobody else would really, be able to do much about it. So I think it's a dangerous thing to do. It's just probably a little bit of why is he doing this, going through everybody's heads right now. But, very interesting that he just kind of decided to do this, following rather in Elon Musk's footsteps a little bit, I guess. But yeah, it's very, very interesting.
Yep, I agree with that. It is very interesting. I'm looking right now as this video. XRP's at a little over $3, which is a hike from last week. Doge is around 40.4. I have optimism for the cryptocurrency industry overall and as a whole, obviously, because I'm invested in it and I want it to do well. But public perception is crazy, so it'll be interesting to see how all that runs around. Obviously, with the weekend, cryptocurrency market's open, but the actual market is closed until after MLK. Actual market's probably the wrong word, but
the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, the New York Stock Exchange. So
I think it's interesting to look at.
Oh,
a proponent of deregulation of Bitcoin.
wait, can you repeat that?
Well, yeah, I think it's interesting because Trump is a massive proponent of deregulation of cryptocurrencies, right? And aside from Bitcoin, everything else is regulated. So one might say that Trump creating his own coin is, self-serving, but it's probably an indicator that cryptocurrencies are going to get a lot bigger in the next 4 years because of that deregulation. Um, and I think some of it's probably going to get used, not of Trump's Bitcoin necessarily, but in general, or Trump's cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency in general can get used for some less than ethical things. So it's very interesting to see what they will do in terms of deregulation.
Yeah, man. I think that we will have an interesting up. I think we will see some crazy surges of certain coins that are just talked about by Elon. Maybe Dogecoin will skyrocket again to 3, 4, maybe $12 or something crazy, and then it'll go down. I think we're gonna see a lot of volatility in general with a pretty unregulated and relatively unethical market. So we shall see. Ben, I gotta change the subject here. What do you think was the Oxford word of the year in 2024?
What do I think it
What
was?
do you think it was? Or if you know what it was.
I don't know what it was, but I really hope it wasn't skibbity.
It wasn't skibbity.
Thank goodness. Demure.
No.
I don't know then. Those are the only two that I got.
Oxford University Press. Its 2024 word of the year was brain rot.
Oh, see, I was hovering around there.
Right.
I was
So,
hovering.
yeah, you were basically there. Brain rot is defined by them as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as the result of overconsumption of material, now particularly online content, considered to be trivial or unchallenging.
Other terms to describe brain rot are this podcast.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use Microsoft Copilot here to look up because I don't know a whole lot of brain rot words and their meanings, and I want to get better at. Well, I wouldn't say better. I want to be in the know because I know our generation said words. Every generation says words. Oh my gosh.
John is really finna be Livy Dunn, you know. He's trying to get that Sigma Riz.
I do know Livy Dunn. You want to know something funny? You want to know something actually really cool? I forgot his name, but I think they're still dating. Man, I forgot his name, but he was in my squadron.
Baby Gronk?
No. Do you know Livy Dunn's boyfriend?
Baby Gronk.
That's not her boyfriend, right?
Brain rot it is.
Okay. Well, in real life, I forgot who it was. I forgot their name, but in my squadron, the semester before I came in, the squadron commander, the cadet squadron commander's roommate was Livy Dunn's boyfriend. But he transferred, he's baseball, he transferred to LSU, I'm pretty sure, and now plays in professional. But I remember I just missed her. I left, and I think right after I left, her and her boyfriend went in to work out at the USAFA gym. Because she, sometimes comes around here. And during my recognition year, for I think 10 days until recognition, she sent us a video. Squadron 10 got her to make a video basically saying, you guys got this, 10 more days, recognition, stuff like that. So I know a little bit I'm a couple clicks away from Livy Dunn.
Are you talking about Paul Skeenies or something?
Yes.
Skeens?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Dude's a sick right for sure.
What?
Dude's a Sigma for sure.
No idea what that means. Other than but yeah, he played here at USAFA first and transferred. So that's kind of
cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a list of words. Okay, I'm gonna see what you think they mean because maybe you know it. but I have no idea what they mean. I have the definitions up, or I can just explain the definitions.
Why don't you say some words without the definitions, and we both guess?
Okay. I haven't read any of the definitions yet. Okay, the first word is skibbity.
Oh, I know Skibbity. You have to guess Skibbity.
Okay, so
I've been around 11-year-old for the past month, so I've got a little advantage.
I've seen skibbity toilet, but I don't know what that means. And I have heard my nephew say it too. No idea what skibbity toilet means. I've seen like the weird video from the Gmod, the guy's head is out of the toilet. That's all I know.
Are we talking about Skibbity toilet overall, or are you talking about Skibbity all its own?
I guess skibbity on its own.
I mean, it's really just a brain rot term that just means like, you know, like good. That's how I'm gonna put it. It means like good, basically. It's like, oh, that's so skibbity. You can use it as an adjective,
So
I guess.
I'm confused. Why? What is skibbity toilet then? Good toilet?
I mean, like it's like cool. It's like it's it's non-definite. Like it's very malleable, depending on like how you use it.
Malleable. Okay. Well, what Copilot says is it refers to
Sorry, do you not know what the word malleable means?
what?
Continue.
No, it's because it cut out, so I only heard the first part of the word and the last part of the word, so I just said it. In case the viewers didn't interpret it as such. Skibbity refers to the term skibbity toilet meme, according to Copilot, representing absurdity and humor. So that's what Copilot thinks. The next word, okay,
Right, but when you use skibbity alone, it's like different.
Okay, that's good to know.
Skibbity toilet refers to like me, skibbity alone.
Right.
And then you got skibbity toilet riz. That's just like hella riz. We all know what riz is.
Yeah, that was the
right?
next word. Just having charm or charisma, especially in the dating context. I do know Riz.
Do you know what sigma is? Because I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, when people say sigma these days, sigma means like alpha.
Which is
You remember,
so
like,
weird.
Right, it's like replaced alpha. Be like, he's an alpha. Now it's like, he's a sigma. Like, no, he's hanging out with the rest of his like other 4 friends with like the same stupid haircut. Like, what?
I always
Not
thought
a
of it.
sigma.
I always thought of it as a negative connotation. I don't know if that's what it means
Sigma?
now. Yeah,
No,
like a sigma. Maybe?
it's not negative.
I
It's
guess
not
I
negative.
guess
It's not
more,
negative.
it's more like it's not like beta. I guess being a beta is negative.
No, yeah, it's not like beta.
Okay, so sigma, according to Copilot, describes a person, often male, who is a lone wolf with strong individualistic qualities.
Like, yeah, but now when everybody says, "Oh, he's so sigma," it just means like alpha. It means like cool. So, like, I haven't seen anybody point to be like, "Oh, they're so sigma," and then that person be like loner. Like, no,
This link,
not.
by the way, it's by Writing Beginner on Writing Beginner website. 300 brain rot words and their meanings. That's crazy. And example sentences. 300. Oh my gosh. Some of these are easy, like triggered, high key, savage, tea, love bomb, sneaky link, gaslighting. But I'm on Copilot. The next one is NPC. I think that I know what NPC is. I play enough video games to know that one. Non-playable character. Just like
Non-player character.
non-player. Oh, I guess someone who's robotic or just mindless. Oh, I know Cap.
I thought we read it.
I know Cap.
Giat.
That's the next one. Yes. Doesn't it just mean like a big butt or something?
Yeah, which that's not what I thought it was in the beginning, and I'm not going to tell you what I thought it was because it was less appropriate. Here's the string of brain rot that I'm reading off Reddit, which is the most popular.
Reddit. We'll have to talk about Reddit.
Riz, only in Ohio. You know, only in Ohio.
I've heard of it.
It's like No, that's crazy. That never happens, like, anywhere. Duke Dennis. Did you pray today? Livy Dunn. Rizzing up baby Gronk. Susie. Imposter. Ibby. Glitch. In real life. Oh, glitch in real life. Sigma. Alpha. Omega. Male. Grind set. Andrew Tate, for some reason, is part of brain rot, but that's the person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gooning.
I've heard gooning. I don't know what does gooning mean.
Like, it's like a Fortnite term. Like, it's like, oh, you're gooning on them. Like, you're emoting. I think. I don't know. Look up gooning, John.
I never heard ration before. Occurs when a reply or comment gets more likes than the original post. Oh, ratioed. Yeah, I've heard that. Get ratioed.
I've heard ratioed.
POV know that sus and know what that
I don't think ratioed. I don't think ratioed means the same thing in brain rot that it does, like, as if you walked into a frat party.
What does it mean when you walk into a frat party?
To be like, hey, yo, get the flip out. Like, the ratio, like, you need to get out right now. There's too many men in here. Like,
oh, okay. I didn't know that. I don't go to frat parties, straight up. So, okay.
Even if John went to a normal school, he wouldn't go to a frat party.
No.
Neither do I. For the record, I don't go to frat parties.
All right, Ben.
I don't partake.
We gotta watch something very important here. Is it loading for you? There you go.
It's loading. Oh, what?
Wait, I can't hear it.
I can hear it.
Hold on. You can hear it. I can't even hear it.
Yeah, when you played it, I could hear it.
Really?
Zesty.
So you could hear it. I can't hear it. Let me switch my speakers.
Play it and try again.
Sorry. Okay. I think I can. Yeah. Okay, I can hear it now. We're gonna watch this. It's a minute. I don't know if I want to watch it, but we're going to watch it.
For me, oh, we were meant to stream, risen in the moonlight, glazing to your guitar bright, locked in till the sunrise, scrolling until the midnight, DM on the phone, rising all night long, DM on the phone, risen to the break of dawn, DM on the phone, risen to the break of dawn, DM on the phone, risen.
Risen is what I do, risen's when I slide on through, risen what takes control, risen trying to find a hole, risen is what I do, risen's when I slide on through, risen what takes control, risen trying to find a hole.
Fire song. Fantastic.
I've got a brain rot thing. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, I have no idea what I just watched, but that wasn't as bad as some of the other stuff. Like, there's one where it's like, something in Ohio, something, 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 something. Sa-na-na-na-na. I heard that one on Instagram. I've seen the chicken nugget meme. But yeah, if you want to share your screen, go for it. I don't know what I was showing on there, and don't copyright me. We don't make money anyway, so.
Can you see? It's TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok. Oh, no. I can't hear it. Hold on. Are you sharing your audio? Okay.
All right, it's crappy audio, so I do apologize. Oh, language.
Can I get a double chocolate pumpkin extra double cheese side of
What the Sigma? What the Sigma?
Baby Gronk. Nice to meet you. What are you doing? Sorry to be so small. It's just. Yeah, no, please. No, really. Were you the Peter Griffin standing up only up? Jinxie, you'll be next steps. God, this is so crazy. It's like woke up in fanboy furry land. Like, is this cat? Chat, is this Riz? Like, W's in the chat. Do you look too good? Yeah, I'm a registered nooner. You what? Duh, munting. That's just
What is
crazy.
munting?
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the moment.
for Phantom
I don't know.
Tax Bros Riz.
Oh, Phantom Tax.
I know Phantom Tax. I've heard it.
You're spinning on it.
I've heard Baba Booey.
You're rizzing me so.
The most word I've ever seen.
Ara.
I can't let gay know I fuck with this.
Aura.
I know this
Oh
is
my
so
God,
much
John.
better
What'd I say? Ara?
than duos with you. Really? Maybe
Alright.
Sorry, I meant Aura.
coffee and go
For
for
a
a
Joe.
joke.
I'm bussing.
Great.
Well,
I'll
pick
pick you up at 420. Sure. Self-experience. It's really nice to meet you. It's your big comic.
Hey yo, that is what our next generation is operating off of. So when you go to the doctor, and you're 50, you're 60, and you're like, I think I got a tumor. Whatever you guys say, they're gonna be like, on Skibbity, your gas not bussing. It's bumping.
All right. Oh,
They're gonna Phantom Tax your tumor.
I did not. I was trying to follow. I could tell he was asking around on a date. Dude, that was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, that's how people talk these days, and it's like crazy because nobody can understand it except young people.
Yeah.
I just said young people. Oh, I'm 21 and I'm saying young people, John.
I know, that's crazy. Well, you're about to be 22. I don't know about you.
I am.
But I'm feeling 22. We're both about to be. You're about to be. And, oh my gosh. Almost a little over a week.
We talked a lot today about protecting our information, especially with respect to TikTok. But, John, put up my social security number.
Sounds a great idea.
Let no information.
Okay. 7649-8324-6569.
Dude, I don't know why I thought you, for some reason, I thought you had it.
That'd be funny. That was all a joke, everybody. I don't even know if that was enough digits or too many digits. Anyways, back to school.
The first number wasn't right, so it doesn't matter.
I'm back in school. Ben is about to be back in school in just a couple days. Right
I'm
after
back in
MLK.
my dorm.
You're back to your dorm, right?
Yeah, for the start.
So a lot of people are probably going back to school. You got high school, middle school, elementary school. You got college, which that's a big transition, right? We're both in college, right? And
We're not transitioning.
We're not transitioning. Anyways, so Ben, you were telling me, which this is interesting because you go to BU, right? You go to a school with great food. Okay, at least from what I remember. We got Marciano's, you got Warren. I forgot the other ones. I lived in Warren. You lived somewhere else. Fenway, and we'd always go to Marcy's, and BU had some of the best college food I feel like in the nation, and you're telling me you're gonna choose an alternative choice, at least for the most part during your time this last semester. What's your thoughts behind what is this food? Why would you not eat BU food?
Yeah, I mean it's a great question, and the big thing is I have an entire kitchen as part of my dorm that I share with a couple people. But BU's food's great. It's expensive at the end of the day, and it's convenient. But the other thing is, it takes a lot of time. Like you can go in at the wrong time of day, and you have to wait a half hour to get some food. And I'd love to know what my food's gonna be, make sure that it's all gonna be healthy. And at BU, I don't know that I always know that unless I want to resort to the same stuff every day. And I really wanted to track my calories, especially this semester. So I decided to switch to Factor. Not sponsored in any way, but I am very happy to take a discount if anybody out there is from Factor and wants to sponsor me. And the food looked really good, and I can track all the calories, and it looks really healthy. So I thought that the switch be a lot better health wise, but B, it's gonna be easier on my wallet. It's gonna be about half what I would have paid for a BU meal plan. BU meal plans are insane. They're the cost of a couple computers every semester. And I'm paying, I think, about 140, 150 a week for lunch and dinner every single day. Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you that. You have a 2 meals a day plan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You think that'll be enough?
Yeah, I do, because I think that I'm still gonna go have some other food outside of that, and that's not really controllable, right? I'm still probably gonna go to Starbucks a couple times, maybe to Dunks. I got a Dunks at the bottom of my dorm. Best thing ever. Really can't beat that. And I love their little egg sandwiches or whatever. But I think overall this was the best choice for me because it's way cheaper, and I spent a lot of money on food last semester that I probably could have avoided.
I mean, hey, that's fair, man. I remember it was definitely expensive, and I loved the food though. I would go eat all the time there, but yeah, you're right. If you can save that money, BU's food is expensive. You gotta let
And I
us.
can also switch is the other thing is I can lower my food plan from Factor, and I can go at and have a meal or two from BU, but those plans are so expensive to me they just don't make sense.
Right. So, how did you get it? You get it delivered what, every week, once a week?
Yeah, you get it delivered once a week. So I think it's the week before you can pull it up. But the week and a half before you pick what you want for that week and decide which meals you want. And you can
Okay.
go they'll suggest stuff and you'll change it.
Nice. So you do get good
Like,
variety.
so I went through and selected which meals I wanted, added, changed some. They gave me some free stuff. This is
Wow.
all the stuff they have. It looks really fresh. And then if you want to know more about it, you click on it. And it has all of the calorie, macro, micronutrient details, describes it, and it's all really fast to make too, which is great, especially when I'm in my room doing work, don't want to go to a dining hall and all my stuff there, go do a little work there while I'm waiting. It's a lot. So
Right. You just
I
heat it
also
up and
really
you go. Right.
exactly. It's 2 minutes in the microwave, and I did not want to spend that much time around freshmen, frankly.
Fair enough. Hey, I mean, obviously here at USAFA, we weren't really able to do something like that. And Mitch's for me is already thinking about that time. You could probably cook your meal, eat it by the time it takes for me to walk to Mitch's and back just to pick up food.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting. I'm a little worried about two things though. One, I live in a 15, 15 floor dorm, and I told them to leave it at the front of the building, and their delivery time is the entire day. So I'm hoping nobody takes it,
True.
is my first, and I'm hoping they'll let them leave it there. I'll have to go see if it works. And number two is I have to hope that there's enough room in my fridge because I have to share my fridge with three other people.
Those are some logistical challenges that you'll have to keep us up to date on. One, let us know how the food is when you do get it. Two, let us know how you do,
Yeah,
and let us know if you actually do get the food. So we'll make sure to talk about that.
absolutely.
That's cool. I was always interested in those, especially they seem very cost effective too and quick for busy people. They're for busy people, and you're a busy person. So
And also, I suck at making food. And
fair.
there's no cleanup. You can eat it straight out of the dish, you know? So I thought, hey, if I can make my life a little easier while I'm doing 7 classes and a bunch of other work on the side and applying for jobs and trying to get more in shape, it didn't seem like a choice that I really had to think about.
Yeah, sounds like it. You got a lot going on, man. Well, hopefully the food is good and it is enough because I'm assuming most of the time you'll probably only be having the 2 meals a day, and hopefully it's a good amount. It shows you the calories, right?
Yeah, they hover around 650,
Okay.
700 per meal.
That's not a whole lot of calories a day.
Not, but there's a lot of like greens that don't have a ton of calories.
Right.
And so, I thought if I do about, 15, and I chose the higher side. So there's some that are like 800. So I usually chose like the 700 ones or whatever. I chose the higher side, and then I have protein powder that I take every day. And then I usually drink about 6 eggs a day, eat 6 eggs a day, depending on if I want to cook it. So that's a good bit of calories in the morning.
That's
Not to mention my milk intake.
I know. I was about to say you're gonna be drinking a lot of milk, and that's a Ben.
But I thought, protein powder gets me to 3,000 calories, plus eggs, plus milk gets me to 3,000 if I need it.
Fair. Yeah, Ben and I remember one of the biggest things. We went to school together a couple years ago back at BU, and his milk consumption was diabolical.
3 years ago.
It's crazy. Time goes by fast. And we'll see. We'll see what happens in this next year. A lot of crazy things could happen that we might be talking about in the next few months. So, to conclude for today, it's MLK Day. We want to spend some time to recognize some fun facts about MLK Jr. First one being, Ben, did you know that he earned a PhD in theology from Boston University, the school you are currently at?
I did not.
It's crazy, right?
I don't know what theology is. Is that religion?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. I thought so, but
So he went to got a bachelor's in sociology at Morehouse College in 1948. Got a PhD from BU. He was arrested 29 times, including for civil disobedience and traffic violations. He was. This was scary. In 1958.
related or unrelated?
I'm sorry.
Were the traffic violations related to his work or unrelated?
I'm honestly unsure. This is Google Gemini, by the way. But they have links. I love AI, by the way. So hopefully all this is right. It could make errors, but I'm pretty sure most. I know the degree ones for sure. The arrests make sense. Assassination attempts, right? Obviously he was assassinated, but there was one time where he was stabbed in the chest by Azola Ware Curry, but the wound narrowly missed his heart. That was back in 1958. That's scary.
Yeah.
His birth name was Michael, which is my middle name, but his father changed it to Martin Luther King in 1935. And he's Martin Luther King Jr., obviously, so makes sense. Everyone knows about his I Have a Dream speech. It's a very famous speech. And it was partially improvised. It was left out of the original draft for the speech. And he's been awarded or honored with at least 20 honorary degrees from institutions such as Bard College, Yale, and Howard University. It's crazy. He was a huge Star Trek fan. That's pretty cool. He's an interesting guy.
I didn't know they had Star Trek back then.
Star Trek?
The TV show?
Star Trek's been around for a while. I want to say it was around... Let me look that up. Star Trek was created... let's see here. Hold on now. Ben, you're onto something. Maybe we got Gemini being wrong.
Yeah. I was going to say, the
Well,
animation of Star Trek
I mean,
and the fact that Star Trek was filmed in color, if I'm not mistaken, may go against the timeline. Maybe he was a fan after the fact,
well,
after he did all this stuff.
looks like he was. No, he was. Okay, there we go. He was a Star Trek fan. Looks like Star Trek came out in 1966, 2 years prior to his assassination in 1968.
Yeah, but it definitely wasn't around at the beginning.
No, so he
Oh,
became, obviously, yeah, he became a Star Trek fan upon its creation. He died at age 39. That's crazy to think about. 39 was shot. but what he did truly reshaped the nation. So, wow. Well, everybody, a lot of big changes for the year 2025, a new generation, a new presidency, and a lot more to come in a lot of different facets of the U.S. and the world. Stay tuned for more episodes of the podcast series. Josue wasn't here with us today. He was busy doing other better things, apparently, so it was just us. Ben, you have any parting words for our hopefully 5 to 20 viewers statistically?
I do. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you have a great day. Always remember to stay positive because, your positivity is what makes the world go around. And we will talk to you soon.
Wow.
DM us with any ideas for topics.
Yeah, email. The email is JohnUltimateOfficial@gmail.com. You can email that and we'll answer questions that you have. I'll put it in the description. It's also attached to the YouTube channel overall description. We don't have an outro, but peace out. Boom.